You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980. My name is Les Brown, and we come your way Monday through Friday from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock, bringing you the most positive show on the radio. This program is designed to transform your mindset, to offset the negatives in your life and give you a chance to chill out while you drive home, or maybe in the office, or maybe you're already home and just relaxing and just tuned in and want to hear something that can put your mind in another place. Well, this is the program. We don't talk about politics or world problems. We talk about you, an interesting conversation. And the good thing is we invite you to just join in the conversation because we love to hear your story. I want to hear what's the most challenging thing you've ever done. Now, this story that I'm going to share with you, I find this inspiring. If I wasn't going to a graduation on this coming Sunday, I would be doing the 26-mile marathon. Listen to this. The LA, as you know, the LA marathon is this weekend, and thousands of people are expected to participate to run the 26-mile course. This is something I'm going to do because of what I've just read. But of all the participants, there's one person to keep an eye on. His name is Kelly Knighting. He's 40 years old. He's a sumo wrestler. He's 6 feet tall and has a 60-inch waist, and he weighs just over 400 pounds. Kelly hopes to set a Guinness Book record of being the heaviest person to finish the marathon. Now listen, he lives on an Indian reservation in Arizona, and he trains by jogging up a hill very slowly. Kelly says, with what I'm facing, I have to prove to myself that I can do this. I'm just going to keep my head down and keep moving. If I look up, it's too much. Despite his size, Kelly is an athlete. The LA Times reports that despite weighing nearly a quarter ton, he can do the splits. Did you hear me? He could do the split. I'm talking about splits. Okay. And do 4 consecutive sets of 25 push-ups. Kelly has also been active, he says. In high school, he was 190 pounds, so he says, I know what it is to be thin. In college, he was a wrestler. He was on the wrestling team, and he weighed just over 200 pounds. He said, I was fit then, and I still am. The doctor says I've got a good blood pressure. He said his resting heart rate is 60 heartbeats. That's the same as mine. Come on, I've got to improve on that. I always have had a weakness for one thing, he said, and that's food. Kelly's dream is to go beyond the marathon. He would also like to hike from the Dead Sea to Mount Everest. He would like to swim the English Channel because, he says, he floats like a cork. He would like to play in the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles and recently sent a resume in hopes of a tryout. He hasn't heard back. Kelly was actually in LA's marathon in 2008. He didn't train for it, and it took him 12 hours to finish it by walking the last half of the course. His feet size 13. He wears a size 13 shoe. He hammered out for hours under his weight. His feet were swollen, badly blistered, and purple with bruises. He vowed that he would never run again. But last year, he had lost his trucking job after he was involved in an accident. He couldn't afford a car, and he rented a sparse room. He rode a single-speed Huffy bicycle 6 miles to the hospital, which he broke down in 2 months. That's when it dawned on Kelly. If he could bike to work every day, why couldn't he run a marathon? Just think about that. And so that's what he plans to do now on Sunday. The Guinness Book of World Records will ask him to step on a scale just before the race to provide photographic evidence of his journey and proof from race officials that he finished. Fulfill these requirements and Guinness Book will make him a record holder, heaviest runner to finish a marathon. Kelly says, I have something very few thin people out there can say about themselves. I have made a little history. So given that Kelly and thousands of other people will be setting their goals over 26 miles on Sunday's LA Marathon, what I want to know is, what is the most difficult goal you've had to reach? What is it? Now, you know that's a difficult goal. 400 pounds? Do a 26-mile marathon? What is it that you had to push yourself to reach? The most difficult goal you had to ever push yourself to reach. That's what I want to know. The most difficult goal I ever had to push myself to reach was to become a speaker for 14 years. Mike Williams from Columbus, Ohio, by way of Coshocton, Ohio, said, Les Brown, you can do more than be a disc jockey. You can speak to corporations. You can speak to organizations. You can speak to businesses. And I said, how? I don't have a college education. How would I do that, Mike? I've never worked for a major corporation. How can I motivate and inspire people to do something I've never done? I'm not rich. I'm not successful. I'm just a disc jockey, and I do this extremely well, and I love this. He said, you don't have to stop loving this, but you have more in you than just showing up, getting a paycheck here as a disc jockey. It took him 14 years to convince me, and he was right. What's the most difficult thing that you've ever had to push yourself to do? Boy, I'm thinking about Kelly. Kelly, man, you have inspired me. If you can say to yourself, I'm going to do a 26-mile marathon, wow, that's a big decision. You talk about pushing yourself. Why is that important? Because in order to do something you've never done, you've got to become someone you've never been. I want to know, what was it that some goal you set for yourself that gave birth to a part of yourself that you didn't even know was back there? I want you to call me. My name is Les Brown, and we talk about positive things, and now we're talking about what stretch goal have you set for yourself that you had to push yourself like Kelly to accomplish? Or maybe you got one right now that you know as you think about it makes you tremble inside. The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. I want to know what goal that you said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I know people have told me I can't do it. And many say that I'm too old or I don't have what it takes, but I'm going to do this. In fact, I told myself I couldn't do it, but I just decided I'm going to do this. And there was something about you, something shifted, something changed, and something about that goal that you said, I got to do this. It's me. It's something I want to do, and I don't want to go to my grave without attempting to do this. I want to know what that is for you, that stretch goal that made you get out of your comfort zone and went after it with everything in you. The number to call, once again, is 888-539-2980. Kelly, you put me to shame. I never thought about doing a 26-mile marathon. A friend of mine, Celeste Johnson, did it, and I thought about it for a minute. But now after this, no, I'm going to do this next time. The number to call is 888-539-2980. If I wasn't going to a graduation, I'd do it this summer, this Sunday. I don't need no training. If you could do it at 400 pounds, I know I could do this. You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980.